name, but I know he was like one of those that, such as yourself, that doing stuff on these TikToks or all these others, and then they just become an overnight sensation. Um, so you have gone viral, and what was it that caused you to go viral? Which was it that put you out there? Because I saw that in 2019, um, uh, through going viral on Instagram and TikTok. So you gained that notoriety. How? What was it that allowed you to go viral on your IG and TikTok?
So the first time I went viral was with this clip of this girl from my "What If You Woke Up as a Black Man" episode, and she was saying that reverse racism isn't real, and that
Oh wow!
was just, and like it's crazy because I posted that back in January, and I still get comments on the video to this day, and it did around like 17K on my personal page, and then this other page picked it up, Rap Archives, and they got 700,000 on that page.
Wow.
And from there, Amanda Seals had reposted it after like a bunch of other blogs reposted the video. Amanda Seals posted it on her page, and I got some more notoriety from that, and yeah, like that. She got people very upset, but she really wasn't saying anything bad, in my opinion. It was really just me stating facts, but it got people riled up as a controversial statement. So yeah, that was the first time I went viral, and the second time I went viral was on this page called Comedic Vibes. I have this other character called LJ, where I literally go in Manhattan dressed like a crackhead.
Oh God.
Very
okay.
reminiscent.
Now where
Tyrone
can I
Biggins.
find that skit at? Is that on YouTube as well?
Also on YouTube, yep. It's called
Now,
A Day in
what's the
Life.
name of that one?
Yeah, it's called A Day in the Life of LJ.
Of LJ.
A Day in the of LJ, yeah. A Day in the Life of LJ.
Okay, I'm gonna look. So this one, you're doing a crackhead, and this is the one that went viral.
Yeah, that one went viral on Instagram and TikTok, and yeah, I was dressed as a crackhead. I think I was in Washington Square Park, and I was sitting down. I had the speaker playing in the Arms of the Angel. Had a cardboard box saying on the cardboard box it said, "Not broke, just need money for tuition." Because I'm not trying to perpetuate that I was homeless or anything. I made it very clear I'm not broke, but this tuition is a lot. And I actually got some money.
No, that's
cool.
cute. That's fun because I've roamed through Washington Square Park in my young 20s, and I've lived in New York, and you do see random characters that do ask for money, or and they are on all kinds of stuff out there. So it's interesting. Do you feel that society we're living in now, with all your trolls and social media becoming so large, do you feel some people are overly sensitive about content and they take it too personal?
It's all about the delivery. Like in life, everything is delivery. To me, I'm surprised I don't really get as much flack as for the type of content that I make. But at the end of the day, like I'm delivering.
For example, this is the thing. For example, I don't know if you're familiar with the R&B singer Tank. Okay, so Tank is a singer, very well known. He was on Angela Yee's lip service, and they asked a question about oral sex, like fellatio. If a man did it, and maybe they did it twice, maybe they did it more than once, is that man considered gay? And he said, well, he didn't think that man was considered gay. He thinks he was just being curious, and then he'll grow up and hey, and if he gets married and has kids, that's his business. So a lot of people got offended by what he said, started trolling him, started calling him fags, and this man has got a beautiful wife. She's gorgeous. They just recently married. And you know what I mean? Like, so the twisting of his words, overdoing it with the responses, that's what I mean. Do you feel like in this day and age in society, you cannot state your opinion, whether it's not the norm of what others would think, and feel like you're being passed judgment on that? What do you think?
I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of these people wouldn't say these same things to Tank in their face. So like, I don't really put too much weight into trolling and all. Like majority of people really won't say anything in any of these people's faces. When they see the public figure, they will just ask for a picture, or they'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the same energy is usually not reciprocated from online to real life. And at the end of the day, if Tank would have said this before Instagram, before Twitter, before Facebook, if he would have said it, it would have been the same thing. That's how he felt. It's just that now he can see directly what people feel about what he said. But, you know, like...
Now, does that happen to you? Does that happen to you with some of the content and some of the... Have you gotten trolls or have you gotten the ugly comments on some of your work? Like, do you get that, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I've gotten called the N-word. You know, people feel uncomfortable about my content sometimes, but like that really doesn't matter to me. You know, like I feel like I'm built a certain way to where that just it doesn't affect me. Like it really doesn't. It's just accounts.
Well, that's good.
People. You know.
I mean, that's good to know because you know, everybody has a different way of coping, being sensitive to other people's slack. Some people take it, and you know, their reaction may not be so good. Like, you know, hey, Malik Yoba, he stormed off of a set and was really upset over, you know, the interviewer putting him on the spot when he was defending transvestites, people that are in the trans community. So it's a thing where you have to stand for something and don't fall for everything out here, and just make your yeses yeses and your no's no's. That's what I feel. So I want to thank you for being on the show tonight, and I want you to tell others any up-and-coming projects you have and where they can follow you if they want to find you, Taylor.
So thank you for having me up here. It was a great time. My project that I've been working on for a little while now is going to debut next week on my YouTube and my Instagram, Taylor Elajahs, Elajas. You can Google me. I'm on every platform. And also have a podcast called Pre-Dawn Thoughts, by the way, on all audio streaming platforms. But this project I'm talking about is called Dolly Vocals. And I have a artist. We're in a clothing store. There's 3 camera angles, and they're performing for the viewer at home as well as whoever was in the store that day. And I really worked very hard on this project. It's been a recurring thing with this clothing store that I've been working with, and you know I'm really proud to put it out. It's going to be coming out next week, and you can catch a snippet of it on my Instagram with this artist named Lanice Raquel. She has a beautiful voice, so you guys should all listen to her music and follow her on streaming and Instagram as well. But and you can just check out my content because I post all the time, and I watch my own stuff more than I watch anybody else's stuff. And if I don't post for more than a couple of days, then I get bored, and I don't like being bored. So you are not going to be bored as long as you follow me, because I'm always going to have more new content coming. Got a podcast, got my Instagram,
and
YouTube.
Where is the podcast, Taylor? Where can we look you up on your podcast? Is there a link on your IG page for the podcast? Where's your podcast at, to where if I wanted to Look it up. And do you recruit guests to be on the podcast, or how is this podcast? What's the flow of it, and how do you create content? And are you ever interviewing people to be on the podcast? How does this work?
So my podcast name is Pre-Dawn Thoughts. It takes you into a trip in the mind of the upcoming entrepreneur and entertainer that I am, and I give you just daily insight into my life and just the things that I go through being an upcoming entertainer and interviewer. It's called Pre-Dawn Thoughts as an Instagram, Pre-Dawn Thoughts, and it's also in the bio of my personal page. I am Taylor Elajahs, Elajas. But with Pre-Dawn Thoughts, it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, all that. And I haven't had a guest yet, but if you want to be on, we could definitely talk about it, or anybody wants to be on, just hit me up at I am Taylor Elajahs. It's usually I'll see stuff faster, like messages and whatever. But yeah, it has an Instagram page at Pre-Dawn Thoughts. If you don't know how to spell that, it's PREDAWN Thoughts, and also the Facebook. You know, that's what it is with that. But I also have a sports page and a food page. Sports page is Mixtape Moves. If you like seeing cool dunks and listening to new music, it's a mixture of that on that page. I have a food photography page. It's called Elajahs Aesthetics, ELAJASAESTHEPTICS. And yeah, just keep tuning in because I got more
So
stuff.
Taylor, I'm gonna post my bid up now. So you need to schedule a time slot to have me on your podcast. One favor for another. I think I would be interested in seeing how the role is reversed with me being on your show and how I would be interacting with you. So I'm interested, and you just let me know when you want to do it, and I will make time for that. So just keep me posted and let me know when I can come through.
I'm definitely going to let you know. 100%. Appreciate you having me up on yours.
Okay. I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for the plethora of information. Those that are listening tonight to Taylor on my Ty Jones The Voice, you can hear this afterwards, Taylor. It will be replayed on iHeartRadio, on Spotify. It's immediately going on Facebook and Twitter right after the broadcast. Taylor, I could share the link with you, so if you wanted to share it with others. But you said you're on Facebook. What's your name on Facebook? Are you a page to follow and like, or do you have just like a regular profile page?
So with Facebook, I have a community page called Home of the Wolves that you guys can join. That's the Facebook community for my supporters that I call the Wolf Pack, and I have my own Facebook page called Elajahs, as well as another one called This Taylor with the quotation mark next to it. You can just type in at
so
Taylor
Elajahs. The Elajahs on Facebook is what I'm. So it's just ELAJAHS, Elajahs. Is that the only name when you're looking it up on Facebook?
No. So the first one is the same as my Instagram name, Taylor Elajahs. So you just type in at Taylor, okay. ELAJAS on Facebook, and then this Taylor will pop up. And then the other one is Elajahs page, ELAJAS page, and stuff is always being posted on both those pages. So
okay, I'll look those up. But those that are listening tonight, you can find this on Facebook as well as Twitter, and it'll also be on on my other pages that do a replay.